Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing out there, man? Long weekend, long weekend. Mainly because it was a holiday, I want to say. I don't know, is Mother's Day really a holiday? I guess it is. So we had to celebrate. We celebrate mothers on a particular Sunday. Maybe it's first Sunday or second Sunday, first Sunday out of May. Tradition. So that's where everybody was yesterday. Normally I would go live on a Sunday, but because of that, I just decided to do it today on a Monday. And actually, I was scheduled to go StreamYard live stream with a guy from uh Ford, Ford Master Tech, I guess you can call him. He pretty much know everything about the Ford product, and he reached out to me about a month ago about doing some live streams. I was kind of against it up until I realized my internet can handle it. I guess I wasn't interested in doing any kind of live. My man Caper, this guy's garage. He the one got me going with the live stream thing. Okay, so after I sat down with him a couple of live streams and got comfortable with it, it's not too bad. Okay. Appreciate that, Caper. This guy's garage. In fact, y'all go check him out. This guy's garage. That's the name of his channel. Subscribe to his channel, man. He's a real cool dude. But I wanted to get on. It's a lot of I haven't really uploaded much um nothing out of the ordinary, your typical repair videos and things like that. So I think I've got a chance to upload at least I upload go out every day. So but I know some of you guys send back waiting on those big ones. And quite frankly, I don't know what the big one is because I don't know what people are, like I can put out one of the craziest videos and it jump out the gate booming. And one that I put my heart and soul into, really think that's going to jump off and run, don't go nowhere. So it depends. I don't know what it depends on. So just put them out is my thing now. I don't really try to focus on what I'm gonna put out. If I got footage of a certain topic, I'm just gonna update it and put it out because like I said, I don't know what people are looking for. Now, the few videos I do have out, I had a couple of questions. In fact, a lot of questions. Let me go onto my channel. Okay, yeah. On these are questions I haven't answered. I tend to go here a lot. Who is this? The Arrow. He had a question on what was he on? This TCM video I uploaded a long time ago. Thank you, man. It's really good video. But I have a question. Do you know what's causing kick down or kick between shifting 1-2 gears from a Dodge Charger, 2015 Dodge Charger? Okay, he got a kick between 1 and 2, the 1-2 upshift. I assume that's what he's talking about. Do I know what causes that? Uh, I know what causes that. I don't know what your particular problem is. Basically, because I'm not there. But I mean, you left out a couple of important things. 2015 can go either way, guy. It could have a nag in it, I think, or the 8-speed. The 8-speed showed up in the 2014 model Chargers. So I don't know which. Now the nag is a 5-speed transmission, so there's a big difference between that nag transmission and that 8-speed transmission. Okay, so that is a important piece of information. From what you said, I have a question. Do you know what's causing a kick between shifting the 1-2 shift for a Dodge Charger 2015? Now I'm gonna say this: if it is a 8-speed transmission, you left out mileage, you left out a lot of stuff, so it's hard to even speculate on what you're talking about. Mileage plays a major role in what I tend to say or how I tend to answer it. So uh but I will say this: the HP have a lot of flash updates available for strange kick down or upshift. They call it shift improvement. So if nothing else, you might want to get that see if your controllers are up to date. In fact, you was on the actual you on the actual how to on the TCM video. You actually on the right video, but you need to go to the dealership and see if your um controller up to date. Okay. Tom Cook, what's up, man? Give her a truck. I'm not giving her no truck, man. She tiny, man. She don't need to be sitting up that high. In fact, I'm not giving her anything else. She's grown now, so she says she's sick of the PT Cruiser and it looked like a hearse, and she want another car. Now that you have a job, it's simple. Now that you have a job and you grown, it's fairly simple. You put your money aside and buy you another car. I will help maintain it. That's what papas do. I'm here for that. But we gotta get that AC fit. I think that's the AC video I was talking about. Things you can check in the event you have no tools. Now, the shop is open. That was on yesterday. The shop is open now, so I can get a hold to my gauges and I can see it. Just she haven't brought it back in yet. So when I do, I'm gonna figure out what is wrong with that AC. But for the most part, there's some things in that video you can check and find out exactly. Let me do 3 more of these and I'm gonna jump on the board. Hey, watching your video. This is from Zuckman Zuck. Man, y'all see that little red thing right there? My man is a subscriber. A lot of other people is too. They just don't have their subscribers public. But my man Zuckman Zuck is. And he commented on the AC video. Hey, watching your video about your daughter's PT. Okay, what are you talking about? You just said something about an ad coming up. Man, got to tell you, I had to laugh and tell you what it was about. You ready? You sitting down? Hold on. I don't know if I should read this out aloud, but it's on the screen. So what the hell? You ready? You sitting down? It was an ad about shaving your balls. That's right, shaving your balls. Some hot chick with a big old X talking about guys shaving them out. Far from a car ad. Some man type a razor commercial. I did mention that in that video. I was talking about being patient with the ad, letting them play because YouTube informed me because I have a car channel. Most of the ads should be automotive ads, but my man just said a totally different ad showed up. Okay, I don't know what to make of that. They told me it's gonna be automotive ads, man. They got to do better because that could turn some people off, man. Oh, not really turn them off. That could cause them to skip ad. It's bad enough people are impatient or don't have no patience at all to even sit through a 30-second ad. So you think they're gonna sit through a ad that doesn't interest them? No, I wouldn't either. Okay. Let me do caper Hirsch for short people. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man. Hold on. That chuckle got me coughing, man. Who was that? Who did that? Zuck, man, you wrong for that. Anyway, what's going on, fellas? Like I say, I came on board because I wasn't able to jump on yesterday. So what y'all talking about, man? What's going on? Everybody, I guess they lady friend, girlfriend, wife, mother of your child, your mother, or whatever. I hope everybody had a real good Mother's Day. Okay, so John Pashan, what's going on, man? OJ Sabit, what's going on, man? Mike Cole, hey, how you doing, my man? What was that? What's up, my man? What is going on? Nathaniel, what's going on, Nate? How much? Well, here we go again. What Nate talking about? How much would Chrysler charge me labor wise to replace a valve body? Nate, I could swear we went through this last time. Nate, how much would Chrysler charge? I can't speak for Chrysler. I can speak for the dealership I'm employed at. And to my recollection, the last one I did, I think they end up charging the lady 4 hours labor. Now, Nate, you're a sharp guy. Surely you can do the math. Our hourly rate is maybe 169, 170. That's rounding off 170. So Nate, 170 times 4, 340 and 340, 680. That's almost $700, Nate. So And that's not counting the fluid, Nate. This is a 9-speed transmission in that 200. So that 9-speed could hold up to 8 or 9 quarts, depending on how much come out. And I don't know. Last time I checked, that fluid was between $20 and $30 a quart. You got to call and find out. But like I said, I can't speak for Chrysler. I can't even speak for the dealership I'm employed in, because I don't know what that's not my call. I can write up an estimate, put a certain length of time that a job pay, or how much it's going to take, how much time it's going to take. And you give that to whoever's it's supposed to go to, and they can rearrange your whole complete estimate. A number wise, that part is not my business. My only sole purpose and goal at that job is to sell service work. Everything involves sales. Everything we do involves sales. So my job is to look the car over, tell the advisors what it needs and how much time it would take to repair it. Once I give it to them, they grab their calculator, do the numbers, call the customer, and go from there. Okay, so the little I said earlier may be too much and likely wrong. So you got to call a particular dealer and ask them what they charge to do such a repair. Okay, Nate, I hope I answered that as clearly as possible, because there's no set price. You'll get a different estimate, Nate. You'll go to one dealer or call one dealer and go to the very next dealer down the street and get a totally different estimate. Okay, number one, they're gonna look your car over and tell you what else you need. So they might ball all that up together and give you one big lump sum. And you go, whoa, the dealership down the street said $700, and you telling me 15? That's because they looked your car over and found some other things you needed and decided to put it all into one, because the advisor said they've come to realize that if you split repairs up and give a customer, say, all right, man, it's going to cost $300 for these brakes, $300 for this, $300 for that. That's when the customer panic, as opposed to giving them one big lump sum. Okay, it's going to cost $1,500 to do all of this. Some people like to hear it that way. I don't know, Nate. I haven't been on the other end of receiving estimates from automotive repair shop since I started driving. So I hope I'm never on that other side. All right. But good question, Nate. Thanks for jumping on the stream, guys. I hope y'all hitting that like button. I heard the likes help out the video and the channel, and the subscribe button. Y'all know how I feel about those. All right. OJ Safat, what's up, man? Zex Fail, what's going on, baby? 3 thumbs up, man. You is the dude. You is the man. OJ Safat, I got a P0128 the other day while driving and went away with the reset, not code from key dance. P0128, 0128, thermostat rationality. I know that one by heart. That's because I have done a whole bunch of thermostat videos on my channel. I don't know what kind of car you have, OJ. But yeah, at any rate, at the end of the day, no matter how much diagnosis you do on that code, you basically gonna need a thermostat. So I really don't understand your questions. Got to be on the other day. Oh, you saying it came on and went away? It didn't go away. It's still in your memory. I can assume. I can almost bet you it's still in the memory. Now, after a certain amount of global good trips, if the computer run the test again and it don't see a problem, it would turn the light off in some cases, but the code would still be in the memory. So you're not in the clear, buddy. That's for sure. The computer just don't see the problem right now. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. But because thermostat replacements are so inexpensive, might be a good idea to just go ahead and get it replaced. All right, but appreciate that question, man. Caesar 1706, what's going on? Hello. OJ Safari 2015 Chrysler Town and Country. Oh, caravan, minivan. Almost 90K. Now what was your original question? OJ, what's up? OJ, what's up? Oh, okay. You talking about the 0128. Yeah, so if that's a 2015 Chrysler Town and Country, it likely has a 3.6. And you in luck, buddy. I got a video on that procedure and talking about that thermostat, okay? And what I recommend you doing with that thermostat. So search my channel. my channel. Only my channel. There's a gazillion thermostat videos out there on the 3.6, but if y'all want the one with the best explanation and the best way to do things and coming from a real cool guy, you might want to stick with OMT, online mechanic tips. That's what I'm called. But yeah, search my channel, guys. You'll find how you should go by handling that fault code. Okay, P012A. Caesar 1706. What's going on, man? 2015. What's up, dude? Julian. What is going on? Julian. Man, like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I only say that when I see a name I'm not familiar with, Julian. No, don't take it, personally. There's no offense. It's just thanks for hopping on board. Thanks for joining the stream, number one. But please give the video a thumbs up and subscription if you're not already. All right. Zexfair, rear sway bar has deepish crack rusting on it. Will you replace it? Could send you a picture. Yes, you could, and yes, you should. But anyway, if it's rusting out, rusting on it, rear sway bar has deepish crack rusting on it. Man, that could become dangerous, man. If it's got a crack and all that. Yeah, let me see what you got, man. Let me see. Send that to me. I don't know. Is my email on my channel? I don't know. At any rate, it's my name, onlinemechanic.tips@gmail.com. So, anything you want to send to me, just send it. onlinemechanic.tips@gmail.com. Yeah. All right. Tom, what's going on, man? 15 Grand Cherokee stuck in four-wheel TCM 215C. Output shaft speed, wheel speed correlation. Active code and feel on the vehicle speed signal performance. 8-speed training on a Grand Cherokee and four low. Man, I don't know what these codes are about hard. And you put it in here too. Output shaft speed, wheel speed correlation. Active code P on to vehicle speed signal performance. Man, Tom, what's output? That's a rear wheel drive transmission, of course. Output speed sensor, output speed. All that stuff is on the valve body anytime. Man, I put a valve body in an 8-speed last week. Ooh, you talking about a pain as far as the electrical connector. I didn't have it all the way in, guys. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but the 8-speed is kind of, if you don't push that connector all the way in, you think you just install a bad valve body or a valve body that's not working. It was brand new when you open it. But all those sensors are attached to that valve body. And now you're making me wonder how they're monitoring output speed from the valve body, because the output shaft is in the rear, of course. There's no sensor, no external sensor pointing to any type of ring on the output shaft. So how is the valve body able to house some sort of sensor to tell what speed, how much revolution the output shaft is turning? I don't know. I don't know by heart. I mean, I can easily find out, but I don't know. Man, Tom, you messed my head up with that one, man. Now you got me thinking. Let me jump on these other ones. Especially a P1DA6. I think B6. I think I've seen that before. I can't remember what 8-speed transmission, man. And I would say this also concerning the 8-speed. Only a couple things you can do or we can do. And I'm talking about a dealership. We can't overhaul those or recondition those. It's either a valve body or a unit. You see what I'm saying? So it's either one or the other, Tom, a valve body or a unit. Now, to justify replacing a unit, I think there's either a certain fault code or just trash in the bottom. Something has come apart. Okay, but yeah, you got a trans problem. Like I said, you're only gonna get a valve body or a unit. Caesar 1706. I changed the ECU and TIPM on my 2012 Dodge Caravan, but I still get POAA2. What should I change next? You shouldn't keep changing anything, guy. This would get people in trouble, and this would get people financially in trouble because you just according to this statement or this question, I guess it's a question. You guessing. Guessing is wrong. No, guessing can get expensive. Don't guess at it, guy. Now you did the parts you replaced POA too. That's something about a transmission or a voltage going to the transmission or something like that. Um, I replaced the TIPM and the ECU. I assume the ECU you meaning PCM. Okay. And the PCM takes over. The PCM has the TCM functions in it. So wow, yeah, you did them both, a TIPM and a PCM. Okay, and what should I do? I still get POA too. You got electrical problem somewhere, guy. I need to look at that circuit when I get off stream. When I get off the stream, I'm gonna look at that circuit. It's some without me physically being there. I can tell you. I can only tell you what part of the circuit you should look at, because if you just replace these two pieces of hardware, these are hardware. Okay, um, there's only thing in between your PCM and your TCM is connection, more wires, just wires, okay, to make that connection, and wires also go down to that big bulkhead connector on the transmission pan, okay, the transmission range sensor, whatever you want to call that big bulkhead on the top of it's going to have a 62 TE because it's a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan. All right, so yeah, you got some kind of wiring issue going on, man. Stop replacing parts until you narrow it down. Although, if you had to guess at it, even if I had to guess at it, I would have, to give you the. I don't know if this makes you feel better, but yeah, those probably would have been the two parts I would have looked at closely if I saw that fault code. Well, I have to look at that diagram, man, and see what's how that circuit linked up and how that circuit tied into the system. All right, OJ Savat got a 0128 the other day while driving and went away. Did I tackle that already? Yeah. Michael Wrangler, 2017 question: acceptable? Is it acceptable to drive on the asphalt roads with four-wheel drive mode? All say that it's forbidden and causing mechanical problems. What do you say? Um, it's no, I wouldn't say it's forbidden. I would say it doesn't make sense to do. Not so much of it being, oh, don't do that or else. It don't make sense to do or rocks and stuff like that. Four-wheel drive mode, man, to me, and you ask for my opinion, I can give you my opinion. Four-wheel drive mode is, to me, should be used when needed. When you stuck or when you in mud and when you playing around, things like that. Not just for random, just because I feel like going into four-wheel drive mode and there's a bunch of rocks right there. Let me go into four-wheel drive mode. I mean, if four-wheel drive helping you pull through those rocks, then yeah, but just for pleasure or fun or let me floor it and dig up some rocks, yeah, it's not wise. But as far as forbidden or being forbidden, I have some fun with it, I guess. But I think what they're getting at is if you're in forward drive mode and maybe two of your wheels is spitting out more rocks than the rear, I mean, you could cause some confusion between. I don't know what they mean by forbidden. I don't know what they getting at by using that term, but that's interesting. That's interesting. I'll put it this way: I wouldn't. I'd stay in a two-wheel drive mode. If I'm in the country, I'm from the country, a little town in Arkansas, nothing but rocks. If I had a four-wheel drive, I keep it on two-wheel until it's needed. Like I say, until it's needed. All right, that's what's up, man. Damn, I lost track. You may say Quality Incorporated. Hey, glad to see you, buddy. What is going on? Recently went to Jeep dealer, asked them to take my 2012 WK for transmission. Asked them to take mine or check mine. 2012 WK for transmission and intercomputer flash. They told me if the car runs fine, they can't do anything. Now, to their defense, guy, let me say this. To their defense. Now I was told this too a while back at the training center, Chrysler Training Center. If the customer is not complaining about anything, just random flashing a car just because there's an update, it's not so much forbidden, but it's not. They don't not condone, they don't recommend that. Okay. I have a tendency to bring a car in to do a tune-up, spark plug. I see a flash update for drivability improvements. Now, granted, that flash gonna improve the drivability of the car, which in my mind and the customer mind, that's what the tune-up is supposed to do. So if I replace a spark plug and I flash that computer, I just gave them their money worth. I just improved their chances of their car running better than it was before we did anything. Okay. Now, to me, that's justification. I don't know why the instructors at the training center were. I think I think guys was doing it randomly to get paid under warranty. That's why it became forbidden. I don't know if y'all know this, but a flash update only pays 2/10. But those 2/10 can add up real quick. You can get a car with 5 flashes on it, you up to an hour. And it only takes maybe 10, 15 minutes to do. So I think they put that out there to, stop encouraging random flashing of cars. And not only that, another thing is you change things when you flash things. Just say, for instance, you do a door module, you flash update a door module. Just because it's a flash update, no problem whatsoever. You may have taken away a feature that customer was used to before you did that flash update. So there's a couple of reasons why they forbid that. Now, they may have a point, dude. Unless you got a problem, they don't want to, because they're gonna change something. They're gonna change the way your transmission shift, and then you really may think you have a problem. But like I say, me personally, if I'm doing your transmission service and I look on the computer, because I scan everything I touch, I work on. If there's a transmission shift improvement flash update, along with that trans service, you're gonna get that flash update. Now, this dealer might not want to deal with that, or if you under warranty, they might fear not getting paid from Chrysler to do it. Okay, so it's real simple though. Complain. I mean, you got a problem. Let's say your transmission is not shifting the way it was designed, and you heard somewhere that there may be a flash update that will improve it. So, but I don't think you can just randomly walk into a dealership and say, "Yo, flash my computers." That might not be the smart way to go, but yeah, it was a whole big deal on that back when guys was doing it just to get paid. No justification at all. Customer wasn't complaining about nothing. We were just doing them. I'm guilty of it. But now I do it for a reason, because I pride in what I do, and I won't, when a car leave my stall and I have so-called did a tune-up. Y'all know it's more to a tune-up than just spark plugs. Okay, you're trying to restore that car back to its peak performance when it was new. So you end up replacing wearable parts such as spark plugs, and you clean out everything. You make sure the car breathing, good air filter, all that stuff. Like I say, if there's a flash update that's going to improve on top of that, now I'm doing it. Everybody's different, guy. Every dealer is definitely different. So I'm not sure how to deal with that, but they told me if the car runs fine, they can't do nothing. They may have a point, but I don't know. I hope I nailed that. I hope I said that the way it was meant to come out. I had to go back and hear what I just said, because I have no idea what I just said. I think I touched on a lot of issues with the fear of this dealer doing that. Okay, I put it that way. Jay's Auto and More. I have a 2006 Dodge Charger with a 3.5. Can I take out the factory CD tape player and wire it without the wire harness? I seen the one about the van that the AC stopped working. I am a subscriber. Appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate you being a subscriber. I appreciate you even typing that in there, subscribe, because personally, I love answering subscribers' questions. I just fell out with one dude, man. Let me tell y'all about this dude. I'm gonna get to you, buddy. Let me tell you about this dude. He and his subscription is public, right? So he get on here on a particular video, ask me a gazillion questions, question after question after question. And me, I'm cool. I'm a nice guy. I'm answering every single question. So I'm like, every time I give an answer, I go, please, buddy, don't forget to sub the channel and like the video. He'll come back with another question. I can see it don't look like you subscribe yet, buddy. What's going on? He'll come back with another question. Mind you, I can see his subscription list. The big boys, Scotty Kilmore, Chris Fix, all the big boys. I ain't got no problem with none of them guys. He subscribed to all those guys. Like, are you bugging them guys? Because they huge. They ain't got time to be fighting with you back and forth about subscribing. And I'm not on that level. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm trying to get there as far as subscribers. So if I'm sitting here giving you all these legitimate answers, and I even had to go search for one of his answers. I get back on the computer, go in his subscription, no online mechanic tips. So I asked him one more time, look, guys, you gonna sub the channel? That's all I ask, man. I mean, that's a good way to help the channel. I mean, I don't mind doing what I'm doing, but my channel needs to grow. I'm trying to get my channel to grow. I ain't hear nothing back from him. But here came another question. So I think I end up ignoring him because I think he's doing it just to piss me off. And he won. He's winning. He pissed me off. Damn, I got off track. Jay, Otto, and more. I seen the one about the Jay. You, my friend, won't have that problem. You talking about that track master? Damn, what's the limit? You talking about that Pro Master? You talking about that Pro Master? Yes, that was a newer model. You have an 06. You're not gonna run into that issue. Now, your radios in this year model 06, depending on the you said SXT. Yes, it will probably likely be on the bus, but not to that extent. That Pro Master was radio audio system was on a what we call CAN B bus. And yes, it just threw the bus network for a loop and caused all kinds of crazy issues. AC not coming on. I mean, it interrupted the circuit from the AC module to the rest of the bus, and it just acting crazy, man. Yeah, that video or that car, that Pro Master, that was a newer car though. So with you having a 26, you shouldn't have that issue. Okay, but yes, your radio is likely on the bus. I want to say audio is gonna come under the audio. If I plug my Scan 2 into your 2006 model charger, audio likely will be on the bus, but that year network nowhere near as sophisticated as that 2014 or 2016 Pro Master that I was dealing with. I want to say, okay, so you should be fine, man. Go for it, man. Get rid of that. Take out the factory CD tape. Yeah, get rid of that, man. Get you a nicer audio system. You should be fine. MSA quality. How much do you run fuel system cleaner at dealer? Also, is that something I can do myself? Your opinion. Dude, it's all about the tool being used, not so much as the chemical, because anybody can do what they will. It's like exterminators. They ain't no different. He ain't no different than me, but he have the equipment and the chemical. I'm sure I can go buy the chemical, but I don't have the equipment. So same situation here. It's all about the tools. If you don't have the proper tools to properly do it right, then your results will not be the same as a dealership. Okay. So yeah, take it for what it's worth. So I mean, your results won't be the same as the dealers. That's what I meant to say. I think that's what I said, but yeah, it's all about the tools. You don't have the tools, obviously, or you would be in the business of flushing injectors or cleaning, injectors. Okay. Good question, man. I gotta wrap this up. 33 minutes. Wow, I didn't mean to be on this long. Nate, what's up, Nate? Thanks so much for the answer. I love this channel. Now let me ask you this. Would you be willing to fix it for me? Like seriously, I'll make the trip. I need my car fixed. If so, how much? I can't, Nate. I don't have a shop, man. The shop that I work out at, Big Brothers Motors, Big Brothers Automotive. He have one stall, I think, and it's always tied up with stuff he's doing. I couldn't do it, Nate. I'm turned down a lot of side work that I'm not too happy about, because that is extra revenue stream that I had at my disposal. And y'all know right now the automotive industry is suffering because of this pandemic, this coronavirus thing. So all the shops are slow right now. So I mean, I have different other hustles going on right now. My fitness channel, I'm trying to get that off the ground also. And I have a radio channel. I got a lot of things going on. Definitely not just automotive, but automotive is my strong point. So I will not jeopardize my automotive channel. But No, Nate, I'm gonna have to turn that down, buddy. I'm gonna have to pass it up, man. I apologize. I have nowhere to do it, or yeah, I have nowhere to do it, and I can't get away long enough to get it done. So, but keep looking around, Nate, man. Somebody, if you get a guy, a random guy to do it, at least make sure he's well, we're talking about a valve body. There's nothing really super technical about doing a valve body. It's pretty. In fact, I got a video out on it. It's pretty damn simple. It just anytime you replace things like that, especially on that 9 speed, it's not as simple as taking out your old valve body and putting in a new one. That's a regular Joe Blow mechanic can't do that. And the only reason it will not be successful with him doing it is because you need a scan to initialize the valve body at that point. You can't just put it in, start it up, and go. It has to be programmed into the computer. A lot of information has to go. It becomes software at that point. So after you install the hardware, the software need to match the other software in order for that software to work. So he will almost either have to be a dealer tech or somebody with a Chrysler subscription and a scan tool that we use. Or I had to refrain from saying that because a lot of guys get upset. A lot of independent guys get upset, but it has to be somebody with a decent scan tool that can program it after it's installed. So be careful who you get to do it, Nate. All right, my man. T Tosom. I gotta wrap this up, guys. Make this the last one. Whoa, my man, Caesar 1706. Appreciate that, buddy. What is going on? Thanks, Tom Cook. Yeah, I appreciate that, my man. My man. All right, let me wrap this up. T Toasting. I have a 2015 Dodge Caravan with the whining noise, but no code. Whining noise. Uh-oh. Whining noise. 2015 Dodge Caravan. Whining noise. Is it only when you in gear? Or is it when you turn it? Yeah. Be careful with trying to distinguish if it's power steering whining noise or transmission whining noise. If it's transmission, it's not gonna whine when you turn the power steering back and forth. Okay, and vice versa. All right. So if it's not whining when you're doing this, it's not power steering. It's likely transmission, guy. No codes. You don't have to have codes. I mean, eventually it's gonna throw a P0944. Okay, that stands for loss of prime. It's like the pump not priming, the pump starving, basically. The pump, the pump not sucking in fluid, likely because of a dirty filter, man. When the last time you did your trans service? 2015. I I I I keep what the book suggests as far as transmission service on a 6-speed 62 TE transmission. I tend to tell people between 50 and 60,000 K service your transmission. But T Tolson, man, you need to stay on top of that. Get that pan off and get that filter changed. Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully it's not too late. Okay. You're trying to it sounds like it's starting to starve for fluid, or either it's low. Verify the level first. Okay, that's the number one thing you should do on any transmission problem is check the level of the fluid. Okay, that's a special dipstick you gotta use with that. I mean, or just use your oil dipstick. I mean, clean it off real good, and but you don't know where it should be as lengthwise. So you gotta get that done right, man. Verify your fluid level. If it's okay, get that filter changed. Get a transmission service, not a flush. No flush. No flush. No flush. Flush you not. If you have a clogged filter, flush ain't gonna do nothing for you. All right, I gotta wrap this up, guys. Billy Blunt. What's up, Billy Blunt? Billy Blunt. What have I heard that name for? I had a manager named Billy Blunt one time, a long time ago at the Chrysler dealership. I don't know if that's him or not. What's up, bro? Tell us about lifters in a 14 Ram Hemi. What do you want to know? The lifters, man, let me tell you something, man. I did one. It was a 16, pretty similar 16 Hemi. The lifters collapsed, came apart or whatever, and of course it ruined the camshaft. You know the drill. Everybody know the drill. So I end up replacing the camshaft and all the lifters. And even that's the gamble, guys, because you don't know how much trash is how much trash from the eaten up camshaft have made it to have made it into the system and circulated throughout the system. You never know. It's always a crapshoot. You never know. That's why it's so important to drop the oil pan and clean all that out. Merely changing the oil is not good enough. But um, my man Billy Blunt, the lifters are supposedly redesigned. You got a 14. If you get a set of lifters now, they're gonna look the same, but to my knowledge, they have been redesigned better, stronger, or what have you. The roller bearings what come apart, okay? And once they come apart, it's just stop rolling and it chews into the camshaft, okay? This is a known problem. But bro, tell us about you. It's a problem. Those what I want to say, what's the word I want to use? Those vendors that produce those parts for Chrysler, man, really giving the Hemi a bad image, not engine, image. It's ruining the Hemi image and brand. Okay, all because of a certain couple of tools inside the valve train setup that's ruining it for everything, ruining it for the Hemi engine and the Chrysler Dodge brand. It's just that simple. I got lucky. I I was able to just drain the oil, and I mean, some of it's going to come out. A lot of it's not going to come out. But and another thing they want us to do is remove the oil control valve and see if any of that trash made it up to the oil control valve. If it has, they Chrysler told us to just stop and replace the engine. Okay. So if you have some lifters that have collapsed and eventually cause the camshaft to wear, those shavings from the camshaft likely has traveled throughout the engine. What they end up at is anyone's guess. Now, the lubrication system, the oil filter's job is to capture any trash uh, before it enters the engine. That's the oil filter's job. If the oil filter is doing its job, it should capture any of that stuff. Okay. But that's not always the case. Now, according to Chrysler, again, they want us to remove the oil control valve. If there's shavings on it, the engine is shot. Do not go anywhere. You're taking a chance. It's too far. They won't even pay the claim. So we're stuck to tell the customer you need an engine, or if it's warranty, Chrysler got to put the bill for an engine. But that's really not much to talk about, man. If you think you need lifters, get the newer design. Now if you go to the parts department, you're gonna get the same part number. It's just the 2 digits on the end what's represent the change. Okay, and the update, or it's another word they use for that, but the 2 letters on the end signifies damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Change. Okay, the part number still the same, they just change. I gotta wrap this up, guys. Okay. Andrea Maidar, how to set KNC bus in sleep. Dude, I seen the how to set KNC bus in sleep. How to set it. I think I seen you ask me something about that earlier and before I got on the stream. How to set KNC bus in asleep. Pacifica hybrid. How to set it asleep. What do you mean by set it asleep? Set it asleep. Set it asleep. After so much time, any of the bus, all the bus system are gonna go to sleep. If not, you're gonna end up with ignition off draw. I'm not understanding how to set KNC bus in asleep. How to set it in a sleep. How to set it in a sleep. How to make it go to sleep. I'm not really not. I'm sorry, man. I'm not understanding. And it's a hybrid, man. The last class I took on that hybrid Pacifica, whoa, that was a 2-day course, and I was scratching my head even more after I left. Uh, that whole vehicle is complex, sophisticated. Um, how to set KNC. Let me look into that, guy, when I get off the stream. Okay, let me look into that because like I said, you asked me this earlier, and I didn't have, before I jumped on board, and I meant to lock that in my head, but I didn't get around to it. Let me get with you after the stream. All right. I gotta wrap this up, man. Wow, this list getting longer and longer, guys. Sophia Bidney. Hello, question about a 2006 PT. Light flicker. Is there a shortage somewhere and a smell from vent? And when I turn on the AC, it smells sweet and hash. I have to roll down window. Oh man, that's not good. Solifia. Uh, that odor you're likely smelling and vent. And when I turn on AC, sweet hash, I have to roll down the window. Oh, you likely got one or two things leaking. You keep in mind the two components of the AC heating system that's inside the engine or inside the compartment interior are the evaporator coil and the heater coil. If either one of those leaking, you're gonna get what you're subscribed, what um you're gonna get what you're saying or what you're suggesting. Damn, you're gonna get these symptoms. Okay. If your heater core is leaking, you can get that. If your evaporator core is leaking, you can get that. Okay, so one or two of those, whichever one, I tell you what, if your AC working, it's likely not your evaporator core. Because the evaporator, uh, your AC is empty at that point. If your AC not working, it could be your evaporator core. Am I saying that right? If your AC is empty, if your AC is not working, it's likely your evaporator core, okay, leaky. Because now it doesn't leak all out. Now your AC not working. But if your AC is leaking, it's likely not your evaporator core. If your AC is working, it's likely your heater core. At any rate, it's one of those two, the heater core or the evaporator core. Okay, so basically, turn your AC on. If it's cold, it's your heater core, and those things to do that job, man. Your whole instrument panel has to come out. That is a huge job. I do them all the time. They're fairly easy to me because I done a bunch, but yeah, that's a big job. And it sounds like you're describing a heater core, sweet smell. Yeah, it sounds like a heater core. You asked me to please help, but I can only give you my opinion. These are all opinions. I'm not there, so best way I can help you is you know, diagnose it personally for you. But because I'm not there, I can only give you my opinion based on your description or your question or your complaint. That's the only thing I can do. So good luck, man. Either way, if it's either one of those, it's gonna likely be the same price, but it's gonna be a expensive price because, like I say, your instrument panel has to come out. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Get a video a thumbs up and sub the channel for me, guys. I forgot. I gotta go. Oh, I'm up to 47 minutes. Okay, I gotta all right. Let me try to get through these. I'm gonna get through these real quick, guys. So don't anybody get offended. All right. I'm finna shell out some quick answers. All right. Canny Elite Performance. What's up? What's going on? Follow my channel. I'm on it, man. I am on it. When I lead a stream, hey y'all, by the way, Canny Elite Performance. All right. Y'all follow his channel. Elite Performance. It sounds like some automotive stuff. Hey, Canny, before I go at the bottom, put in what your channel is all about, man. And so I can talk about it a little bit. But I'm definitely headed there when I leave this stream. Andrew Memore. And my van Pacifica Hybrid 18, already 95,000 miles, and I do service myself. But Andrea, I'm still stuck on the sleep thing and how to set KNC bus is sleep. I'm still stuck on that part. That's the part we got to talk about, man. When I get out the stream, Tom Cook, valve body on back order. Our shop rate is 105. Whoa. What y'all doing? One on every car? You know what's weird about that, Tom? They'll put you on restriction and back order for stuff that they are aware that there's a problem. Go figure. We got put on restriction one time for the rocker arms. We was doing too many for our particular dealer, and they sent us a letter saying only replace the ones that's come apart. So it's crazy how Chrysler go by the way they think, but I didn't know they was on back order. I haven't worked on one in a while. I haven't had to replace one. But good heads up, Tom. That's what's up. Caesar 17. I changed the PCN and tip them because I saw your video. Yeah, but that doesn't you talking about the one on the PT Cruising. Yeah, That that's a whole different breed. That's a whole different monster. That PT. And the reason I did that video is because those two, it's so hard to properly diagnose that problem on the PT. You talking about the P0882. It's so extremely, without the proper tools, it's extremely hard to diagnose that problem. And even following the book to the T, a couple times I still got it wrong. So because it's out of warranty, it doesn't matter. So what I tend to do, or what I tend to have did on that video, was advise people to just get them both. Just get them both. Okay. Because at a scrapyard, they $30 a piece. You're gonna be out of maybe $60 for a PCM and a tip them. And $60, if you're able to remove them off that PT, you can easily install them on your car. Okay, so that was the only reason. That was the only purpose of that video on that PT. It's not so much on a van such as you talking about a 2015 van, guy. That's not the same. Okay, that code is not the same, and it's totally diagnosed differently. Now, the theory and the thinking behind it is the same, but as far as replacing those two parts, yeah, it's not the same. Um, like I say, I want to look at the diagram later and see about that code on that particular year car. But yeah, it's not the same. Okay. No. It should have test to check all wiring PCM to the point to solenoid pack on the valve body. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know how that circuit run by heart. I'm sure it runs through the connectors and through the valve body, but yeah, that could very well be your problem. Good luck, Tom. All right. Oh, I'm getting to the end. I got to wrap this up. Josh, on a 3.6 Pentastar Gen 2, are there one-way valves near the valve train? One-way valves near the valve train that prevent all the oil from going back to the bottom of the oil pan like Fords do? If so, do they fail, causing excessive train noise, excessive valve train noise? You talking about, dude? You know about one way. You talking about valves that hold oil. Even with those, they're not. It depends. I mean, it depends on how long your car set, because it don't matter what kind of valves are installed. That oil is gonna fall back to the oil pan after a given length of time anyway. So, I'm not familiar with Ford setup, but I'm also not aware of any type of mechanism in place on this 3.6 that will prevent the oil from leaving the head, falling back to the oil pan. You know, now, and like I say, 2 or 3 days go by, you haven't driven your car. Yes, all the oil gonna find its way. Gravity gonna pull it down anyway, back into the oil pan. So, right when you get ready to start it up, if that's a good oil pump, it should start lubricating your valve train right away. You want it done right away. That's why a lot of guys add oil additive to their car. That's how Slick 50 was invented. Back in the old days, it took a while for the oil pump to pump oil back up to the valve train. People was like panic. Like 1 or 2 seconds go by with a stream clicking, tap rattling, valve train noise, and the oil finally get there, shut up. So additives like Slick 50 stayed attached to the journals and the bearings and helps prevent that. But again, over time, anything's going to eventually be pulled or sucked back down into the oil pan. So I'm not aware of any such mechanism in place to do just that, Josh, as far as prevent all the oil from going back to the bottom of the oil pan like Ford do. Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. When me and this Ford guy, we're gonna do a double stream uh on StreamYard. We were supposed to do it today, but something came up, he couldn't do it. When we do that, I'm gonna mention that and ask him about that. Appreciate that, Josh. But as far as I know, I don't know of any, like I said, I don't know of any mechanism in place. Season 17, uh appreciate the donation, man. I appreciate it a lot, guy. Comma A, hey bro, what's up, man? Can I be mods, please? Can I be mod, please? What are you talking about, man? Do you prefer checking your left mirror when driving or right? And do you enjoy clutch control? Man, is this a trick question? What's up, Kamaz? Do you prefer checking your left mirror when driving or right? I check them both. I mean, We got 3 at our disposal. Rear view, the left side. I don't use them all. I know some people paranoid like that. They don't use nothing. They turn their head all the way around. They just paranoid like that. I mean, the mirrors are there for a reason, so you can see what's behind you. But some people are paranoid. So I don't know. So do you prefer chicken? Thomas T Tolson, thank you so much for the info. Hey, that's what's up, T. Appreciate you watching, man. Before you jet out, thumbs up the video, and I'm sure you already subscribed, but if you're not, please do. All right. Billy Blunt, it's me. It's me. Is that the Billy Blunt? Like I said, I had a service manager named Billy Blunt. What's going on, Billy? If that's the same Billy Blunt, what's going on, man? Hey, thanks for jumping on board, man. As you can see, ain't much change, man. Billy, if you came to the shop now, you wouldn't recognize absolutely nothing. Our whole shop is being totally redesigned, Billy. Matter of fact, you remember I was all the way on the end to the left. Okay, right now they're doing the floors. Okay, so everything had to leave, everything had to move. The whole shop, I promise you, you would not recognize the shop inside. Of course, the whole matter of fact, the outside, the whole parking lot it's dump trucks. It's everything is out there has changed. And it might be only 2 or 3 people you recognize as far as people. Eric Godfrey, me, a couple of the old heads still there, but yeah, everything has changed in that shop. And yeah, I'm still there, man. You know, I ain't never been a job hopper. I get someone to sit down because no matter what shop you go to, you're gonna have assholes there. You can leave your job running away from an asshole just to go to a different shop to be introduced to another asshole. So I just never been a job hopper. I found somewhere to sit down and stay put. But what's up, Billy, man? Appreciate you jumping on. You heard from Willingham, Mike Willingham. I always talk about you every time I see him. But that's what's up, man. I appreciate you jumping on board. Guys, is that 56 minutes? I know good and well that's not 56 minutes. I've been online for 56 minutes. I have to go. Tracy, thumbs up, baby. Appreciate it. Can you give email again? Email is XFL, online mechanic tips at gmail.com. Okay. It's the name of my channel, Online Mechanic Tips. All right. I'm XFL at Gmail. Okay, appreciate that, guys. Josh, thanks for your answer. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it, guys. I have to run. Like I say, I was supposed to came on yesterday, but it was Mother's Day, so I didn't get around to it. I was supposed to double stream with a Ford mechanic, a Ford Master Tech. We was gonna chop it up. Of course, he said he bounced around from my channel to other channels, and I seem to know a lot about Chrysler. I appreciate that. I like to think that I do. I mean, consider I've been with him over 20 years. So, and but we was gonna bounce around some talking points, and he had something came up, so I figured I'd come on just do some talk test. But I'm wrapping it up, guys. I'm about to get out of here. Man, 2 more just come on. Jamie Browser, what's up, man? Jamie, I was at the what's the average cost of preparing the AC on a 2000? I was at Rod's shop the other day, Jamie. Sunday. I saw your PT in there. He's still doing that clutch, I think. We got the hub bearings pressed in. One of the hub bearings, man, you got okay. That's fun. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, he brought up something about your AC. It has to be, we have to figure out why it's not blowing cold. We don't know yet. Rod got some gauges over there, but if it's empty, we're gonna have to add Freon and then find out where it's leaking from. But I was over there yesterday. I didn't have time to hang around and stay. I just got some info what he had going. And yeah, he had your car in the air getting that clutch done, the hub bearings and all that good stuff. And he mentioned something about the AC. I don't have gauges because I'm at the dealership. I use the gauges that's attached to the machine. Okay, so I never had no. I one day I need to get my own personal gauges, but it's hard to give you. It's hard to give you an estimate, Jamie, because I don't know. Hello, sir. What's the average cost of repairing the AC? You got to find out what's causing it not to work first in order to give an accurate diagnosis of why it's not working. So I will not disrespect you like that by just throwing out a number, because that's exactly what I would be doing if I did that, not knowing what's wrong with it. So there's no such thing as an average cost to repair AC. It depends on what's wrong with it. And until we find out what that is, That's the only way you're gonna get it. But I don't blame you for staying on top of that because it's about to get hot. We're in the ATL. It's about to get hot. All right, I gotta wrap this up. Classic J, hello. You skipped my question. What question, Classic? Hey, oh, I see. My bad, Classic. I'm sorry. Uh, Classic, you the last one, guy. All right, I got to roll after this. Classic said, "Hey, I know you're a subscriber, man. Well, I appreciate you putting that in there, just so everybody else can see it and they probably follow suit." Here, I have a 2015 Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi. You skipped my question. Where's the question, Classic? Let me stroll up a little bit. And this is the last one I'm doing, guys. Classic, Classic, Classic. Where is Classic? Classic. I don't see you, Classic. Oh, unless you're talking about over here in the this section. Classic. Where is Classic? All right, I'm wrapping this up after Classic, so please don't nobody else say nothing. Classic, man, I don't see it. Classic. Classic. You're gonna have to exit again, bro. Man, I apologize. I'll type it right quick. Do it right quick, man. I'm already over an hour. You already got me on my time. All right, this is the last question I'm gonna see. And Classic. Keep in mind it's gonna be quick, baby, because I gotta roll. It's an hour. I've been on this thing for an hour. I did not know it has been an hour. All right. I'm waiting on Classic, y'all. Classic holding me up. Classic J, he a subscriber. So, Classic can get away with this. Only subscribers can pull this off, can get away with stuff like this. Hint, hint, hint. Only subscribers can do this. I'm tripping, y'all. Come on, Classic, man. What you doing, man? How long it take? All right, Classic got me. All right. I have a 2015 Ram 5.7. I had the fuel pump and fuel pump control module replaced. Okay, finish telling me, Classic. Why you had it replaced in I have a 2015 Ram 1500 5.7. I had the fuel pump and fuel pump control. Why did you have it replaced, Classic? And the truck is still bucking and there is no check engine light. All right, Classic. First of all, this is the kind of stuff let me get out of this screen. Hey y'all, whoever's still on here, listen. Classic said he have a 2015 1500 with a 5.7. He had the fuel pump and the fuel pump control module replaced. That's all the same thing. And the truck is still bucking and there is no check engine light. First of all, Classic, fuel delivery is not the only thing that can cause buck. Sound like a statement, not a question. Fuel delivery is not the only thing that can cause buck. A lot of things can cause that. And what you're looking for is a check engine light that will put you in the right direction. And basically, technically, that's what you need. You're going to need some form of a light. You're going to need the help of a computer. These problems, guys, the problems that you guys have that's not resulting in a check engine light simply means not you're gonna be guessing, but you're gonna your mechanical skills are gonna come into play. That's why I advise some people you may have to wait it out. You may have to let the computer put you in the right direction. The computer job is to monitor input data coming from your engine sensors and your engine modules and sensors, and all it do is calculate this stuff, and whatever it see that is not right, it will generate a fault code. Sometimes mechanics need that. We need that. I had to turn a lady away the other day because she said she have transmission problem, but there's no check engine light. I need that check engine light to put me in the right direction. Okay. Otherwise, you have to utilize the history you have in your memory bank as to what will cause whatever problem you're having. So, Classic, I hate to say you replace that for nothing, because if it didn't fix your problem, then that's exactly the case. But man, you might not have a choice but to wait until that check engine light come on. That's the only thing you can have at your disposal that will put you in the right direction. Sometimes you gotta, but bucking, 5.7 Hemi, secondary ignition can cause that, but secondary ignition is not monitored by the computer. So things that's not monitored by a computer, you should look at, and fuel pressure is one. I don't think this year model had a fuel pressure sensor like the new stuff do. Now they're now monitoring fuel pressure, but um, if you're having problems and you're checking your light on, not on, first thing or one of the things you should do is check the things that is not monitored by the computer. And secondary ignition is one of them. Okay. Now it monitors the primary ignition. Let's say for a coil. Let's use a coil for an example. It can monitor if voltage and return voltage is not there to that coil. But as far as if the coil doing what it's supposed to do, it's not monitoring that. It has no way to monitor that. And now it would do it inadvertently by monitoring adaptive memory, long-term adaptive memory, things like that. But you really need that check engine light, man. You might have to wait it out. I mean, it could pop on tomorrow. It could pop on in 2 weeks. It could pop on in a month. But in the meantime, while you bucking, if misfire is the reason why you're bucking, you're doing more harm than good because you're letting unburned fuel make it to your cat converter, and you're going to eventually ruin your converters. And those are not cheap. So I don't know, man. Fuel pressure is not monitored, and secondary ignition is not monitored. And you have a buck. It sounds like you have if you're bucking on the low, like you're going up a hill, or say you bog the car down, get in the car, put it in the gear, step on the gas, and step on the brake. All you're trying to do is rev it up. All you want to do is simulate a load. Okay. If you buck when you're doing that, then yeah, that is a secondary ignition problem. That is not monitored per se by the computer. There's no fault code. There's a code for misfire. Okay. Misfire on a particular signal, a cylinder. All right. And that's monitored by the crank sensor. But if that's not doing what it's supposed to do, like I say, bog the car down, man. See if you got that, if that misfire becomes stronger or evident. If so, you got secondary ignition problems. You're gonna be looking at a coil or plugs or something, to that nature, something to that effect. But you really, really need to be patient and wait on that check engine light to come on. You could have a map sensor acting up causing that. There's a lot of things can cause that. And the computer's job is to detect that, but it's obviously not in your case. Okay. So I mean, I feel bad that you waste money on that pump, but that was eh, it, like the way I would have handled that. I would have rode around with a fuel pressure gauge tied into the fuel system, driving around. If my car started bucking and my fuel pressure needle was dropping, then yes, I would assume I'm losing fuel volume and losing fuel pressure. So yes, a fuel pump is responsible for that, for delivering the fuel to your fuel system. Then yes, I would assume that. But it sounds like you went off assumptions, and that can get pricey and expensive. So, man, dude, I like say wait on that check engine light, man, or you're gonna be throwing only $100, bro, lifetime warranty. Okay, then it didn't cost you an arm and a leg, but before you spend another $100, do what I suggest earlier. Bog the car down and see if you misfiring. Okay, if you misfiring on the low, it's a secondary ignition problem. Okay, coil, plug wires, things like that. All right, at that point, I'll scan too. We can monitor each. This a Hemi, which means it's a V8. We can monitor each cylinder for misfire. If you was in a dealership, they had their scan tool hooked up, and we bogged that car down, we can look and see which cylinder is causing the misfire. At that point, we can go directly to that cylinder and inspect the coils and the wires, or coils and the plugs. At that point, we would recommend you do a complete tune-up, not just repair that one cylinder. But I don't know if you have such a scan tool. So because you do not have such a scan tool, it's highly advisable that you do all cylinders if that's your case. If you having that problem, if you bucking while on the low. All right, Mopar lifetime warranty. I got you, bro. Yes, it misfires. On the low, man, you got a secondary problem, dude. Going up here and flowing the gas or passing somebody. That's on the low. Secondary, check secondary. Plug wire. Just go ahead and do a full-blown tune-up, man. But I wouldn't say replace all your coils because that could get expensive too. So, like I say, I don't know what scan tool you're using, but you really should need to know which cylinder causing it. And I would definitely replace that coil in that cylinder. All right. That's what's up, Classic, man. My bad for missing it. I didn't see it, so we got it taken care of. I was able to speak on it, and I only 58. That's it. Oh, it happens. It happens. It happens on the truck. It happens, man. I gotta wrap it up, guy. 5477. You came in late, man. We wrapping it up. When are you going to upload the second part of the Pentastar Time and 2 video for the rear? You talking about rear head? You talking about bank one? Oh, you talking about you talking about the one I did with the you talking about I did bank two on all replacing the phasers and the camshaft. Yes, I did. I uploaded bank two already. I need to upload. I need to finish editing, guy. Man, I'm sorry. I need to get on that. Oh, okay, it happens. Thanks. Yeah. But 5477 Harry. That's in my edit machine. That's in my Sony Vegas. That's in my Sony Vegas now. I gotta finish editing. It's a lot of missing parts, and it's a lot of this video is going everywhere. So I want to make sure I nail it. You see what I'm saying? Or get it right at least. But yeah, it's in what am I doing? It's yeah, it's in Sony Vegas now. Is that it? No, that ain't it. But I gotta edit it, guy. So yeah. Appreciate you, man. This is what I do all my. Somebody asked me that one time. How do you do all your editing, or what software you use to edit? I use Sony Vegas. What is this? This is the one I think I just uploaded.
Here this is. In the U.S. market, supposedly that was the last year. So I had you not seen and nothing comes out. It's simple, guys. You're totally empty on Freon. This particular car requires right way. Oh.
Yeah, that's the video I just uploaded. So I gotta pull that file back up and finish uploading. God, I might well use that as an outro because I'm about to get out of here. So let me do this right quick.
That's all I have, guys.
That's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching.
I like to tend to think I
let the video do my outro.
I go by.
I appreciate everybody. More Pentastar video, please, John.
System is not cold.
That's pretty much all I'm seeing. So that's all you gonna get, baby. For now.
I'll see y'all
on the next video.
Yo.
I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it.